so. So we'll see how he will deal with this. Maybe he has some secret strategy prepared. And we are watching from Pepsi's perspective, playing on the left side of the map as Empire, and then we have Fenrir on the right side of the map as Fallen. Fenrir was complaining in the last matchup against Suvak that the map was too huge. But to be honest, this map is quite small. It's pretty close to the enemies, so this should be quite good for him, I guess. Fenrir is still complaining about his mouse, even though he said that he has 2 other mouses. He's just too lazy to swap them, so I mean, he can blame only himself for that. Pepsi building interesting front base here, not too sure about that. He should just make a closed base, I guess. But Fenrir's positioning is also not the most optimal, I would say. You can obviously also take through the underground. It's a bit longer, but it will come from the other side, so that might be also quite useful. But obviously if both players had closed base, it wouldn't even matter. Seems like Fenrir is actually maybe going this way. Totally ignoring the top entrance. Obviously expansions on this map are kinda not existing. You can potentially get into the mountains here. But outside of that, this is only 3 gold fields. This one is extremely dangerous. The one in the underground potentially, but it's kinda hard. So the only option is here, but it's certainly far away from your main base, so you will need to protect it here. So maybe actually the one in the underground or in the mountains is the most viable, but still kinda hard to get. And we're getting immediately 3 highs and incubator. That's quite interesting. Kinda neglecting harvesters for a second. Pepsi making second barracks, now going for the closed base, okay. It's similar to the strategy he made before against Suvak, with 1 barracks in the front and the rest of his base in the back. But now in the reversed order. Going for blacksmith, so similar to the incubator. Pretty similar strategy from both players, even though obviously Fenrir will probably just go for flying stingers. Not sure what we can expect from Pepsi, but probably Elven Rangers, since he's going for the blacksmith. There was a tower, he cancelled it, placed it in the front. I'm not too sure about this. Kinda protected by the tree a little bit, but he needs to put this peasant into the barracks. Too slow micromanagement, okay. Fenrir is sitting on 300 gold, should do something about that. He's not even producing, okay, now one summoner is ready to do something, but he doesn't have wood. He's not even getting any wood, he just totally neglected his harvesters, and he's not even getting any wood, so he can't even make the Valkakun or any upgrades. Now he's getting faster reflexes, which cost only gold. Well, of course, Pepsi has 4 peasants on wood, 2 on gems. Not too many on gold, actually. Only 1, 2, 3, 6, 8 on gold. But he has 1 here. So I think he should be fine. And also maybe produce 1, not sure. Only 3 swordsmen, but he also has the tower. And now he's going for the Elf Rangers, as I said. Yeah, so that might be interesting. Elf Rangers against Stingers. That's probably not the most optimal strategy, but if Fenrir doesn't even go flying units, I mean flying stingers with metamorphosis, because he's not even building the Valkakun for now, maybe he just wants to rush it straight up on ground with stingers, then this might not be the worst idea, especially if we can just keep them behind this nice wall and a few swordsmen on each side together with the tower here. I think that should be enough. I'm not sure what Fenrir is doing here. He saw the tower before, so that was kinda obvious. He has 1 stinger in the underground, but doesn't seem like he wants to push through that. That would be a solution to get on the villagers. Still no Valkakun, only 1 harvester on wood, nothing on gems. Just spamming stingers for now. Pepsi making third barracks, but also a stone keep, so potentially some priests we could see soon. I don't really like this move. I don't think he can kill the Stingers on open field like this. But by some miracle he managed to keep 2 swordsmen alive at 6 and 2 HP, so once he finishes the temple here he will be able to heal them. But I don't think he killed any Stingers anyway, so didn't really achieve anything. 1 Stinger 4 HP, but retreating to heal. This is my map, and my strategy was tower rush behind base. Okay. Fenrir is lazy to swap the spiders for another unit in the video game. Of said that he's too lazy to change his mouse URL. That's probably true. These katas are saved on YouTube or something, because the games are pretty good. Yeah, of course. Not katas, casts. All the matches will be uploaded to YouTube as always. From the whole qualification and also the tournament itself. Yeah, you can check my YouTube channel below the stream. You have the link there already. Few matches on the qualification are uploaded there, and more are being uploaded every second day.
I heed the call of the Alliance. The research is complete.
I'm sure there will be a game archaeologist 100 years later investigating how the RTS genre started with this video. Yeah, so Stingers are pushing for the underground. We'll see if Pepsi will somehow react to that. Maybe with a second tower, but he's making a catapult. Since the Stingers are not flying ones. Okay, Valkyrie in the front, kinda interesting. But they are not the flying ones, so it shouldn't be that big of a problem. No upgrades being researched, the incubator. First upgrade now for the Elf Rangers of Pepsi. Stingers are 1-1 already, actually. Potentially, actually, expansion from Fenrir. That's interesting, I like that. Also 1 scout on the surface. Pepsi going for a slight push with his Elf Rangers. I don't think Fenrir researched the movement speed buff for Stingers, so that will be kinda useful here, but yeah, Pepsi is gonna lose some Elf Rangers now, I guess. But in default they are probably same movement speed, maybe even quicker, the Elf Rangers. I'm afraid that RTS genre is more a decline than rise. Yeah, we need to make Armies of Exigo 2 to revive that. So Metamorphosis is being researched. More Stingers, obviously. I think the expansion is kinda secured. Also, I'm guessing some new hives will be placed here. Probably not even a tower, not really needed. This swordsman just wants to scout this area, which is smart. He's not gonna find anything there, but I think he should be able to figure out that there is an expansion in the underground at this point. First 2 catapults. Fenrir would get easily pushed actually if Pepsi just moved here. But at the same time he would probably take all of his Stingers and actually attack the base of Pepsi, and he doesn't really have any defense here. Except this 1 tower that is far away from the actual income place. Fenrir is struggling with population a little bit. Producing more harvesters for his expansion now. We could potentially see an arc and expansion in the middle, but the Stingers are flying here, so I don't think that's the best idea. And I'm surprised Pepsi didn't go for Phoenix to scout it. Now he goes for a push, but the Stingers can just easily kill him at home. But maybe they will just go here. As you can see, the ones from the underground also retreated now. So I think these one will probably drop on the catapults, these one will just attack straight. But there is lots of Elf Rangers. Maybe try to one-shot these guys. The catapults not gonna happen. Okay, so catapults will immediately fall. He's big attack from 2 sides. Perhaps he's under huge pressure definitely here. This is not looking good for him. Pepsi going for Town Hall, okay, but the expansion is still too late. Fenrir actually making a tower, okay, I don't think that's really needed, actually 2 towers. And also blocking the path a little bit here. That should have been placed in front of the lightning spire, but okay. Fenrir reaccumulating new stingers, not really healing them. Should move this one as well here. This one is stuck on the top. This is scouting. Yeah, definitely has better map control. Yeah, the whole underground also sees everything with the flying units. Pepsi still doesn't even have Elven Sanctuary. So obviously no phoenixes. So yeah, immediately Fenrir scouts this. Pepsi as well, but he can't really do any, like, much about this. Especially against 2 towers. I mean, I know that Pepsi likes to play Elf Rangers, but I don't think that's the best strategy against the Hive Stingers. It's not the best strategy against anything, basically, but against this especially, I would say. Finally, maybe going for some swordsman again. But he's going to lose his expansion. More Stingers are going to rush on his peasants. There are 2 towers, but not upgraded yet, so I don't want to do anything. These Stingers might as well just escape with Metamorphosis because they have full mana. So no problem to cast it. But maybe they just want to kill some Elf Rangers. Stingers dropping on the peasants. Perhaps not even retreating with them. Yes, more resources, same population. Now also killed these guys, but I think he's gonna lose his main base. Not even using all of the units here to protect it. Tower didn't even start the upgrade there. He lost all of his peasants. Expansion is giving huge advantage to Fenrir now. And I think this will be GG. Perhaps still more population, stronger army, but 0 income against 2 incomes. That's not good. Not looking good for Pepsi.
I heed the call of
Ready
the
for
Alliance.
siege.
Catapult again, okay. More towers being placed. 2 more hives, so 5 in total now. Hunter reflexes, so now the upgrades will be 2-1. Potentially another expansion maybe in the middle or up here, we'll see. This peasant's still waiting here, but you'll probably just bring him back home to get at least some income. He can't really afford to make an expansion. Population now back in favor of Fenrir. And obviously rising extremely quickly, even though it's not producing now. Once again sitting on ton of resources. There is a potential for Pepsi to push this, but not against the towers. And more are being placed down. Obviously there is a catapult in the back, but Fenrir should be able to deal with that quite easily with his Stingers. More are in the underground. 1 scout here. And there is 0 wood. Spending everything on the light spire is actually going also for Vengeance Hall. But now he's sacrificing some Stingers for kinda no reason. Let's see the catapult here. How it deals with the towers, but 2 more are being built behind it, so this is gonna take some time before you can destroy this, and maybe the Stingers are actually going to just attack on the enemy base. We will see. Oh, but seems like he will just drop on this, and to be honest, I don't think I mean, he has advantage that he can already shoot while they are in the air. And Fenrir kinda messed up, dropping on just one side. And also the other side than the catapult is. But the catapult is shooting somewhere randomly. But Fenrir definitely messed up a lot here. He's behind on population, he doesn't have any units. The thing is, he has still so much more income that he should be able to easily remake his army. I would probably start the towers first, so you can just run in with your whole army. But okay. I mean, huge damage on the catapult, yeah, this is the pike damage, but Yeah, priests have 0 mana. That's a little bit of a problem, but they should be able to top the catapult. Not the base, but still something good to be scouted. Pepsi going for expansion. Still doesn't even have full peasants at home. We see Nightmare, okay. Ah, Pepsi not reacting quickly enough to escape with the catapult. That's the problem now. There's no way of dealing with the towers, that's why I was saying that he should shoot them first so we can use his whole army. He will go destroy the deformer now, I guess. And he needs to get a new catapult, which he doesn't really have resources for right now. Fenrir could be also just easily pushing here, but there are 2 towers, so not the easiest push. But yeah, this doesn't really do anything. And Fenrir has so much more income that every second he can buy is really valuable for him. Fenrir is the best, Fenrir is not producing. 5. I mean, I was expecting Avengers when I saw Vengeance Hall, but maybe he wants to stick with the Stingers and maybe add some material, some Nightmares, maybe even materials, we'll see. But once again, Fenrir scouted the expansion, he's forcing the peasant of Pepsi away. Another Nightmare. Pepsi will have to bring another peasant to finish this. I think Fenrir is going for another air attack. Preparing for it at least. Pepsi finally almost recovering at least his 1 base. But yeah, Fenrir will run out of resources in his main base. Basically in any second. Pepsi obviously still has some resources here since he was not getting them for some time. So Fenrir will have to get another expansion, which will probably happen here again. But if Pepsi can secure this, he could potentially have actually better income for some time. Okay, actually Pepsi wanted to make another expansion in the middle. Fortunately for him, the scouts are everywhere. Stinger is also here, but can't really do much, especially once the tower will be here upgraded. Also see Gnome Arc, that was probably used to bring the peasant here. And Stingers are moving. This is like 45, I think, or actually it's counted. That's 7 times, what was it, 6? So 42. And more here, so around 50 Stingers and 3 Nightmares. Against 20 Elf Rangers with some decent levels, level 2 for most of them. 2 priests, Arc with no catapult. Yeah, I don't think the Elf Rangers can deal with this, especially when there will be also the Frost Shields. Perhaps escaping with few Elf Rangers into the Arc. But he just doesn't have anything else. He has 1 catapult at home, so potentially could be able to defend there. Together with the tower. But this will fall now. Fenrir lost the income now, but he can easily take an expansion. There is just so many Stingers everywhere. Pepsi doesn't really have much. Second catapult, okay. Still doesn't even have the Elven Sanctuary to make phoenixes. To potentially one-shot some Stingers in the air. But I don't think it would even help that much. He just had to make Swordsman instead of Elf Rangers, and I think he would be actually fine, but he just insists on making Elf Rangers, I guess. This is a really good position to fight, actually. If he had his whole army here before, that would be quite good. But now obviously the faster Stingers will just run into the enemy army and totally path block it, one-shot everything. And I think he will also make the expansion anytime soon. He has so many units at home as well. Because I haven't brought them yet. Upgrades 2. No more being researched yet. Orphanages are only 1-1. Finally some swordsmen are being produced. Priests. But yeah, one gold field is already empty. This one is only 100 gold, these two last for some time, but Fenrir still has full income from here. And even though the income won't be that big of a difference right now, even though the Fenrir ones will stay longer and he can make a new expansion, the big problem here is that Fenrir has like double population almost, yeah, 45 more. So that's gonna matter a lot. Not sure what Pepsi is trying to do here. I mean, he's going castle, so I'm expecting mages. If he did that earlier, then it would be definitely a huge move with decrease, but I think it's a little bit too late for that. That would have been probably the best answer for what was happening here. The catapults are doing some damage, but I mean, this one is really well protected. This one won't be for too long, and this one immediately died. But it's just against so many more units that there is no way. Maybe could have stayed a little bit more in the back. So these two towers help a little bit more, but okay. Still killed majority of the units, so decent attempt. Just a little bit too late, and Fenrir already has a new base up here. Fenrir, the God of Fallen, wins it. So again, because he was lucky, at least he will have positive rekill ratio. But yeah, GG. Let's check the results. Almost 30 minutes. I think this is the longest game now. 185 kills. But obviously the amount of units from Fenrir was too much. More researches as well, and obviously way more resources too.